There's a certain point you get to in a pencil portrait where there's so much graphite on the paper, and there's so much texture to either the paper or to the graphite itself, the pencil strokes, and you want a really smooth skin surface. And so I've been experimenting with different ways to achieve that, and using a very smooth Bristol paper works great. In this particular case, I was doing a rough sketch on a piece of 24-pound HP regular copy paper, and did an initial sketch and kept working with the sketch, and I'm using the Graphite pencils by Coran d'Arche, and the 6B, the 8B, the 2B, the very soft, very soft lead pencils make a very nice dark black. But there's a certain point you get to where you can't, it's really difficult to continue to make it very smooth and very even. And I recently purchased the brushandpencil.com powder blender system that's mainly for colored pencils. And this particular product has a powder-based colored pencil powder blender. And if I shake this up a little bit, you'll see there's almost a talcum powder consistency. You can probably see a little smoke rising out of it. It's like a talcum powder. It's a little bit coarse. But what I found is that even though it's made for colored pencils, it specifically works best with oil-based colored pencils. I've not seen it used before on graphite. And I thought, well, let me give it a try. And I found that using the powder blender system on graphite is excellent. So I'm going to give you a little demo. I got to a point on this drawing of my grandson where I couldn't seem to get it to his skin to smooth out as much as I'd like to based on the original photograph that I took. And so I thought, well, let me try the powder blender. I'm using a piece of Xerox paper, you might say. So what do I have to lose? So I've been experimenting with it, and lo and behold, it's a really good product for graphite as well as colored pencil. So I'll give you a little demo. I'm using the colored pencil powder blender system. I'm using the foam brushes they send with the kit. I'm not using their spray fixative. They have a fixative that you use for rigid surfaces, panel, illustration board, things where you have a very firm surface, and I don't have a firm surface. I'm using the, like I mentioned before, the Graphite colored pencils, and I'm also using the regular stump blender. And another product that was recommended, actually was recommended by brushandpencil.com, you never think to use this, is instead of a kneaded eraser, which is what I usually use on graphite, is go to your local Michael's or Home Depot or Joann's, and there's a reusable adhesive putty that you use to stick posters on the wall or do things like that, and it makes an incredibly effective eraser. You can mold it and make fine lines or erase fine lines, and it seems to just absorb the graphite, whatever you're working on, or color pencil. It works great on colored pencil too. But it's called Stick to It, and I highly recommend it. So I'll get started. Actually, I got to the point where you'll see the drawing is fairly well complete, but I wanted the additional smooth texture and to get rid of some of the voids that you see in the painting. So let's take a look.